Hello, hello, everybody. I am coming to you live today, celebrating a very special day. And how many of you know what today is? It is National CBD Day. So, coming from a girl who used to think that this was the worst leaf, most horrible thing, it's hard for me to believe that now that I'm educated, I am the biggest fan, hugest promoter of CBD. So real quick, I wanted to share with you all kind of my story with CBD, answer any of the hard questions that you might have. I have been in the CBD industry for many years now and have a lot of experience, and most recently teamed up with Heidi Whitehair as the co-CEO of a brand new company with a brand new technology, a brand new delivery system, and something that is incredible compared to everything else I've ever seen on the market. So we are celebrating in a big way today that it is National CBD Day. So if you want one of these free shirts, message me. I can help you get one. If you just want to try some CBD, you can definitely get with the person that shared this with you. As the CEO of the company, my goal today is to help answer any questions, educate people, and really explain what's different about the nanotechnology in this little product compared to what I have been selling all over the nation and in other countries over the last 5 years. So let me tell you a little bit of my story with CBD, and maybe it will help some of you. Drop in the comments how many of you have ever tried CBD. And I'm not talking about marijuana. Don't start dropping in the comments how much you smoke or what you eat in gummies, because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about zero THC. You're not going to get high. You're not going to fail a drug test. You're not going to feel anything euphoric. We're talking about the industrial hemp, all coming from an isolate that is 99.9% THC free or 99.9% pure and absolutely 100% THC free. So I see some of you are commenting, and what I want to say to you about this is I did not formulate and I did not bottle or create or grow this product. And many of you that know me know that I've been promoting CBD all over the world for about 5 years now with some of the biggest companies. We were actually even with Kevin Harrington on a Shark Tank infomercial talking about all CBD is not created equal. So my friend Heidi, she owned a company. They had CBDs as a product, and I owned a distribution company, and we kind of met because I was talking to her about essential oils and CBD and the industry of network marketing. I was really focused on the CBD industry solely. Like that was my main focus and income. And so in January, we met, sat down with a guy in Dallas who did over $1 billion last year out of this building we were sitting in. He works with some of the biggest companies in the direct selling industry. And we were having a little debate about CBD. Now, it's no question, you guys, CBD is the fastest growing industry right now in America. If you gave me the option, do you want oil wells that pump or a piece of the CBD industry? I would say CBD, because it is going to 20 and 30 times growth itself just in the next few months. And so not everybody can own a CBD store. Not everyone is going to grow industrial hemp at their farm. Not everyone can invest in the stock markets of these rapidly growing companies, but everyone can get the benefit of what I'm going to share with you today. So there's two things that I want to talk to you about. Number one, the benefits of CBD, and number two, if you want to monetize that, how you can do that right now. So we've made millions of dollars in the industry of CBD prior to Innovative Nutrition, and sitting there with that man at the table that works with so many different hemp companies, he also is a grower. He understands the power of this industry. I told him if I were going to do anything, it would be just CBD. And at the time, I was a little skeptical, and now I'm all in, 100% on fire about the industry of direct sales. And as the CEO of Innovative Nutrition, this has become my focus. But let me tell you, I was a little skeptical. In the beginning, I didn't want to take CBD because I thought it was a drug. I thought it was illegal, and I've been preaching to my kids all of their years, don't do drugs, don't smoke weed, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Well, I know most of the world has tried it. A lot of the world thinks it should be legal. I'm not going to debate that with you. All I'm saying is I wanted something that was not illegal, something that could help people with their health. And number three, I wanted something that would not be addictive. We have a lot of addiction in our family, and any of you that are watching, you know what it's like when you're a mom and you're preaching to your kids, and then all of a sudden everyone's talking about CBD. So owning an essential oil company for all of those years, we had a lot of pharmacists that would come to us and ask us, can you put CBD in this cream, in this roller, in this shampoo? And today, I'm not opposed to it at all. But back then, I said I wouldn't do that to my reputation. You know, some people are just afraid of that leaf, that sign, that word. They think that's a drug. They think it's marijuana. And the reality is they're not even the same plant. It is not a marijuana plant that you get the CBD from. It's an industrial hemp plant. And ours is a CO2 process with no chemicals, 100% pure isolate. And that's a big difference. Isolate compared to all of the other things that are out there that are broad spectrum and full spectrum and the plant and the flower and the edibles and everything that people are buying. This is not even the same. So if you were to come to me and say, I want to get CBD, my question to you would be, do you want the health benefits or do you want the high? Because here, you're not going to get the high, but you're going to get extreme health benefits. And there are so many of them. We're not going to make any claims about our product. We're not going to make any claims with any diseases or sicknesses. But I will tell you, over the last 5 years with the other CBD products that I've promoted and sold, I have had everything from people with seizures that were getting better, people that had diseases with different tremors, with inflammation, with pain, with, you know, people that were battling cancer, taking chemo. And I would never say this cured it. What I would say about the CBD is that when you take CBD, you have these little receptors at the end of all of your nerve endings. And when you're deficient in CBD, those cannabidiols that were in there when you were born, you become deficient over age, sickness, drugs, toxins, trauma, tragedy, divorce, PTSD with soldiers that have been in the war. Maybe you have an accident. Maybe you've had a stroke. Maybe your kids have ADD, ADHD. Maybe you're struggling with inflammation or hormones or anxiety, stress, depression. There's a long, long list. And the way that they say it, you can legally say it, is the potential benefits of CBD are listed under all of those different things, whether it is pain, sleep, anxiety, you know, all different health concerns. I'm not going to tell you that CBD is going to help your, quote, disease, because we can't say that at all. What I'm going to say is that when you take CBD and it helps get the cannabinoids filled back up, it's like spark plugs that aren't firing on all engines. If you think of it, it's like electricity connection where maybe the wire is worn out and there's not a good connection. When you have good levels of CBD and you're firing on all engines, it helps you to have less anxiety, better sleep, improves with inflammation, with hormones, with so many things. And you can go Google it and look it up for yourself, but don't buy it on Google, because I want to tell you something. All CBD is not created equal. So over the last few years, and in my conversation with our partner in Dallas, I said to him, you know, our CBD was amazing, but I saw so much other CBD on the market that literally some people were selling hemp oil, which is like olive oil, or maybe it's like sunflower seed oil, but it didn't even have any CBD in it. It was just hemp oil with a milligram on it. And some people got really tricky and they would put smaller than a milligram, like a microgram. So it might say 4,000, but it was really only 40. And people are just uneducated. They don't know what they're buying. They're going everywhere from Amazon to their convenience store to a flea market where somebody bottled it in their kitchen because there's no regulations on CBD because it's an herb that you grow. And so you really don't know what you're getting. You don't know if you're getting no THC or if it has THC. You don't know if it's even CBD or if it's just a hemp oil. It could be a carrier oil and maybe like an almond oil or a grapeseed oil, and you would not even know what you were getting. because there's no regulation on that. So because Dave and I were working with a lot of pharmacies and doctors and top med spas, and we've been doing a lot of research and bottling and manufacturing, we sat down in January with Terry LaCour and really started talking to him about the difference in products. Now, he is a man that does a lot of products for a lot of different companies and owns a huge distribution center in Dallas. And my partner, Heidi Whitehair, and her husband, Ken, and Dave and I were all sitting there. And he said, yes, CBD is the biggest boom in the industry, but it is going to become a very crowded space and it's not very regulated. So what you really are looking for is something different, something exclusive to you, something that no one else has, something that's affordable, competitive in the marketplace, because pretty soon you're going to be seeing it in Walmart and convenience stores and everywhere. And the reality is people don't know what they don't know. So you've got to have something different. And we got our hands on exclusives to a nanotechnology that is brand new in the industry. I could not even believe it was happening. We signed a contract that day to be exclusive with these formulas and this body app that is unprecedented. Like, I have never seen anything like it before in my life. So I know my partner Heidi is on here. She will be answering any questions that you might have. If we don't have the answer right away, we will get it for you. But I just want to show you the difference in the simplicity of this compared to what I had been selling over the last 4 or 5 years. So drop in the comments. A lot of other direct sales companies carry drops, creams, rollers. That was the main thing that I sold, for the last 5 years. Drops, creams, rollers, coffee, gummies, skincare, shampoo, conditioner. And it was amazing because any way that you can get CBD, you can get those benefits. But number one, it's incredibly expensive. You don't really know how much your body is absorbing. Let's say that you take a drop and you put it in your mouth, but you have an unhealthy gut. Well, with an unhealthy gut, a fatty liver, all the different problems that people have, you don't really know what your body's absorbing and what is just being eliminated. So it could be a really expensive drop under the tongue that just leaves your body and never really gets into your system. That's why some people say, oh, it worked right away for me. And other people say, oh, I couldn't really tell a difference. Well, how much did you take? How did it get into your body? How long did you take it? Because if you're in really bad shape, CBD might take a little longer to fill in those receptors. So I tell people, you got to give it a month. Even though I sell weekly samples every week and I give a lot of samples away, you really should be on it for 30 days to see that transformation start to happen. And the other thing that I would say, people don't really know how much to take. And this is why it's really important that you understand. So the sicker you are, probably the more you're going to need, right? My mother-in-law, before we ever had this product, and this is not a story about this product, it's just a story about CBD. She had stage 4 cancer with 90 days max to live. We found out in November and they said, celebrate Christmas early. She might not make it. And the first thing that I noticed is that when she would take CBD, her nausea would go from severe to being able to eat and get some food in her system. And so it was incredible to just see what it would do with nausea. A lot of times pregnant people ask me, can I take CBD if I'm pregnant? Well, do you have nausea? I mean, would you eat a green bean? Because there's nothing addictive. There's nothing euphoric. There's no drug. It's literally a natural herb that helps with brain health, inflammation, nausea, a lot of things like that, joint health. So what we noticed with her, and hers was everywhere from her breast to her bones, her rib, her stomach, her colon. And we were really struggling to keep her alive. And she took high doses because the dosage says take the first 2 numbers of your weight. And when I take my weight, let's say I'm 160, I would take 32 milligrams because you take the first 2 numbers times 2. So always I would get 750 milligram, and I would spend about $80. And this is a 1500 milligram, and it's 109 at retail. But there are ways that you can get it as low as what I used to pay for a 750. And so I would take my weight times 2, but they said if you had any health challenges, double it. So if you take 160, the first 2 numbers, it equals 32. If you're 150, you would need about 30. If you're 200, you would need about 40. And that's if you're completely healthy, have no pain, no sleep issues, nothing. So some people, maybe they don't need a full patch, right? But anyone with any health challenges, you double it. So instead of 32, I would actually need like 64 if I was having, at the time I had a lot of inflammation and breathing problems. I couldn't sleep. I was struggling with my hormones. I had back pain. So in the beginning, when I had a lot of challenges, I might take 1.5 patches because I want to make sure that I'm getting enough. Now, some people, maybe they didn't use enough. That's why they didn't see the difference. Some people, like a teenager with anxiety that's just struggling to go to college or to school, they might only need a half of one, and you can definitely cut them in half. But the way this technology works, it is an isolate. That means there's no THC. It is never used in chemicals or heat. It's a cold press patch. I don't like to call it a patch because a lot of people out there have tried to create a CBD patch where they literally take a sticky application and they put CBD powder on that application or oils or whatever, and they're basically just sticking it on their skin. There's toxins, there's synthetics, there's a lot of things. In fact, a lot of times they're latex patches, a lot of toxins, which would totally be like, why would you try and put something good in your body with all that bad? And the same way in drops and creams and rollerballs. People are worried about getting cancer, but they're putting all different things on their body that are full of parabens. People are worried about getting cancer, but they're putting things in their mouth that have all kinds of stuff that maybe aren't healthy for them, where this is nothing added. There is nothing, no carrier, no nothing. It's this little tiny, you can see the patch, tiny 1 by 1, 50 milligrams of nanotechnology, 100% pure isolate in every patch. So a half of a patch would be 25, a full patch would be 50. Now, we own a lot of retail stores where a 1,500 milligram in the retail store is going to run around $159, $160. And a 1,500 milligram 30-day supply of this, it's very easy to ship. There's not as much cost in the packaging. It's pure, and we do have COAs on it. There is no THC in the product, and you can get a weekly sample from the person that's sharing this video with you, or if I'm the one sharing it with you, I can get you a weekly sample, or you can get a month's supply. Now today, being National CBD Day, we did some promotions where, let's say there's 5 people in your family and you want to try 5, or maybe you want to become a promoter. So you can actually cash in on the CBD industry and make 25% of all the people that want to buy the CBD from you. You can become a promoter, get the 5-pack, or you can be a customer and get for 5 people in your family. We are doing an innovative swag giveaway today where you're going to get a package with some swag in it, and this shirt, you just let us know your size. Get with the person that shared this with you, and we can help you get your sample, your promoter pack, or your swag. You choose if you want a little or a lot, and if you want to sell it and you want to really monetize the timing of the industry, the product being exclusive, and that it is a brand new company. We just opened March the 16th, so we are in our 4th month of business. Incredible way that you can earn some extra income from home if that interests you. Now, you don't have to build legs, and you don't have to build so many people that sponsor so many people. You don't have to go out and do a bunch of meetings. You don't have to go do any of that. The way we created Innovative Nutrition is really simple. Whether you share it on your Facebook page, share it with a family member or whatever, everything comes from a little app that's on your phone. And you can ask the person that shared this with you to just open their phone, forward the app, you download the app, and right away you can start promoting it and making money. Some people just sell 1 a day and they're making $25 a day from just one product. Some people want to, make $10,000 a month, and we have had that happen in just our first 90 days in business. Actually, $14,000. One of my friends made last month just from an app on their phone. We have not had any meetings. We have not been able to do any conventions. We have all been struggling with the no travel alert. But I will tell you, this brand has absolutely exploded because people have more anxiety than they've ever had. People are struggling to sleep. People have a lot of stress with all of the uncertainty in the world today. And their children have a lot of stress because there's not the sports, the social, the vacations, everything like used to be. Everyone just at home. We had about 4 days straight of all 3 kids, 3 grandkids under the age of 7, and everyone at home in the same house. And there was a lot of CBD happening. Let me tell you, we cut the patches in half and used them on our grandkids. We've used them when they were teething. We've used them when they've had anxiety about travel. We've used them over the holidays just to boost their immune system with everybody that was so sick. And there's so many uses for the product. So I am glad to take any question that you would like to propose. I also have my partner on here helping answer questions. And I will just tell you, in all of my years of using CBD, you would think that I would say, I'm not going to promote a product that someone else manufactured because I'm, been in the industry for so long, manufacturing products, working with the growers, selling them, even private label brands. But I'm not going to miss out on something with nanotechnology that's more powerful, price effective, easy to put on. Put it on. If you don't like how you feel, tear it off. Put it on at night to sleep. Put it on in the morning to have no anxiety and get through the day. Put it on whenever you need it. Take it off if you don't. Cut it in half if you don't need a full dose. Use 2 of them if you need a massive dose. We were talking to the formulator, and she said they had a guy that was going through a bankruptcy, a divorce, and a move, and a custody battle. And she said at one point he was wearing 3 CBD patches a day, but he didn't have to worry about Xanax or a sleeping pill or, a high-priced therapist because he was able to get through it and manage his stress just with the CBD patch. So I love CBD. I've come a long ways because I used to be a hater and I was really skeptical about it. I have never smoked weed in my life. I've never used the drug marijuana, but I am the biggest fan of CBD isolate and what it's done, not just for me, but my family. My mother-in-law is still alive. She is well, works for us every single day, and it's amazing. I had a little grandson that was getting kicked out of school for behavior problems. They started using CBD. And the teacher actually said, I don't know what medication they put him on, but it's working. Don't change it. And my kids were laughing. They were like, she would die if she knew that it was CBD. Some people are skeptical, and you can be skeptical, but don't be stupid, guys. It's better than taking a narcotic. It's better than being hooked on a bunch of prescription drugs. It's better than struggling with your health. And there's really no side effect to it. You can't become addicted. If you don't want to take it, just stop taking it. You can use it just for a short time to get you through something, or you can use it every day like I do just to make sure that I keep my immune system boosted. I'm a nice person. I am going through menopause, and it really helps me with my sleep, and it helps me with the night sweats and the hot flashes. I could just go on and on and on about all the benefits that I have experienced with the product. So as the co-CEO of a brand new company, I just wanted to introduce to you, okay, Allison, we will get you with Shelly, and she will share with you how you can get your free t-shirt. Anyone that's watching this broadcast or shared it to start a watch party, you will want to get back with them to find out how you could get your weekly sample. Now, if you were to just be a retail customer, a full 30 days of 50 milligram patches, 50 milligrams is in each patch. So if you only wanted 25 milligrams, it'd be a 2-month supply. With the 50 milligrams a day, it'd be a 1-month supply. The retail price is $109. You can get with the person that shared this with you and see if you want to become a promoter. You will get the patches from the person that shared this information with you, Linda. We can connect you to whoever shared it with you. And the other thing that I would say is you can become a promoter, and that's just a $49 one-time fee. And by becoming a promoter, you can work your way up to 40% commission. And you can also get up to 30% off the retail price when you decide that you want to work your way up and become a promoter. It's a really simple way to start a home-based business, just $49. If you did choose and you got 5 of the CBD patch, you would go from 10 to 25% on customer earnings right away. So a great way to get started would be get with the person that shared this with you, get your $49 promotership. You'll get the free app on your phone. You will also get a free website. All of that's covered for your first year, no cost to you. And you can get direct deposits every single Friday based on anything that you do between Monday or Sunday to Sunday. So let's say you got started right now and you shared this with a few people and they wanted to get a month's supply. As a customer, this is exciting, 100% money back guarantee if you're not happy. So as a promoter, that makes me feel so good because I don't have to worry. If someone doesn't like it, we email support, money back guarantee in the first 30 days. The other thing I love about it is that it direct ships straight from the warehouse. I don't have to worry about all the bookkeeping and all of that. I do like to keep them on hand though, because when my friends say they want it, they want it, want it, want it. So I always keep 5 or 6 on hand, like any good business person would do. And that way we never run out. So I will take any questions and I'll go back through here and answer any questions. I really want you to be educated that it is not a drug. It has no marijuana even near it. It is a isolate, 100% free, and it is in a nanotechnology. So that means it's potent and powerful with none of the synthetics or fillers that might be in a capsule, a drop, a cream, a roller, a gummy, a shampoo, you know, whatever is the carrier of the CBD. Now, I love all of those products. I drink CBD coffee and I love my CBD skincare. I'm not hacking on any other company out there. In fact, if you love the CBD that you're on, great. But when it comes to traveling or it comes to trying to put it on your sick elderly parent or grandparent and you're trying to get them CBD in their system or a little one that's, you know, having troubles or whatever, there is nothing easier than opening this package, tearing off this little 1x1 square. You put it above your heart on a muscle. So I'm going to show you my muscles. I'm going to go right here on a shoulder where I know the body heat is going to open up those little receptors. And then as my body heats up, that's going to be an 8-hour release. So I could, you know, it's 4 o'clock right now. This could be going until 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm getting a great night's sleep. It's helping me with the back pain, the inflammation, the menopause, the night sweats, the mood swings, the anxiety, the stress. Literally, you just feel, oh, like everything is just amazing when you wear the CBD patch. So we call it Feel Great because that's exactly what it does. And this promotion today only goes until 5 o'clock Pacific. And so right now it's 4 o'clock Central, and that means it's 3 o'clock Pacific. So we have about 2 more hours where you can get with the person that shared this in a watch party or added you to the Facebook Live, get a hold of your sample or get a hold of your first month supply. It's really easier to just be a customer and get a first month supply so you have 30 days to really test it. If you can't afford that, I'm sure they will sell you a weekly supply. And like I said before, I shared this video in many platforms, including my personal wall, our company wall, our testimonial page, and on YouTube. So I want to make sure wherever you're seeing this, let's get you connected with the person that shared it with you so they get the credit for the promotion that is ending in the next 2 hours. So take action. Don't spend another night with any of those symptoms that we talked about. I know that you're going to love the products. We have a lot of other formulas in the same nanotechnology. I don't want to get into all of that, but we do have a amazing sleep patch with no melatonin, an amazing energy patch with no jitters, no caffeine, nothing that's going to make your heart race. We have an awesome complete nutrition that I love for my grandkids. My kids and grandkids don't go a day without it, and Dave has to have it because he's a finicky eater and he won't eat vegetables or fruit that have any texture. So we slap on the complete nutrition with omega-3s. He doesn't like fish oils either, doesn't like burping those. And he literally gets all of the complete nutrition right into his body in a little body app. $50 a month. It's insane. Sleep, energy, immune. We also have a great one for weight management. If any of you are struggling with your extra pounds you put on when we had the stay home order. But we are all feeling great at Innovate with the CBD patch. And today being National CBD Day, I just wanted to go live and say, I have a ton of samples. Everyone that's sharing this with you has a ton of samples. They probably have a few products on hand. Get with them, get started today, and you are going to absolutely love the way you feel on the Feel Great 1500 milligram, 50 milligrams per patch CBD. They're called IPA, Innovative Patch Application. Slap them on your body. The reservoirs open up with your body heat and your personal metabolism. So we know it gets right through the dermis. And where's it going to go then? The goal is to get it in your bloodstream. And this is just going to help you bypass the gut. So I hope this information shared a little bit of knowledge with you. There's no bad question. Heidi says we have 3 hours, not 2. The time zone has me all messed up. So there's no bad question. Don't be afraid to ask a question. There's no stupid question. I used to ask all the stupid questions. That's the only way I learned what I know today. And it's absolutely amazing to see the product working, the testimonials. Ask the person that shared this with you to add you to the testimonial group called Slap That App. You will be blown away. You can't even believe the stories are true. And it's awesome to see so many people having success. But on the business side, I'm just going to say to you, I have been in the direct sales industry for 24 years, and I have worked hard, traveling the world, speaking, training, doing meetings, whatever. Most people would never do what we did. And that's why I kind of started to believe nobody would ever experience the success that we had. But this month, we had people make as much as we made after 4 years, and they did it in just 4 months. So I am super, super excited about both the product and the business. I don't know what you're most excited about. Get with the person that shared this with you, and they can help answer your questions, get you some product, or help you get started being a promoter. And you guys have a great day celebrating National CBD Day. It's the healthy without the high.